You know what it is. It's your boy, the East Coast Beast host, MDB. I got a huge guest with me. This man is definitely on my East Coast hip hop, Mount Rushmore. Please give a huge East Coast coverage welcome to Quake motherfucking Matthews.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Insert the applause right here.
No doubt.
We have to start at Fairview with you. Could you please talk about your lovely town?
Damn, man. Shit. I feel like you don't think I spoke about it enough on the albums, man? I don't even know what else to say right now. No, I'm just joking, man. It's a cool spot, man, because I think the reason why I'm able to be versatile in music and also just in life, I'm able to connect to a lot of different people from different walks of life. I think it's thanks to the neighborhood, because it's kind of like there's just so many different people wrapped up into one neighborhood. I mean, it's middle to lower class area. So I don't know. I think a song of mine that explains it probably pretty well is Picket Fence, for everyone out there who may not have heard that. Check it out. Definitely will describe it a little more in depth. But yeah, I think it's just it's a great place, man. I'm grateful to be from here, and grateful to have been able to connect with so many different people of different walks of life. I think, like I said before, it added to my versatility as an artist and as a human being in general, you know?
Word. I feel like you talked about the duality of where you're from to T. When you said your friend Dickie asked you, should we dress up prep or should we, dress kind of fun? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a line from that song. Yeah. No, that's really something he said to me one time, and I just thought it was really funny. So I put it in there, and it was actually true. Like it wasn't like he didn't say it for it to be in a song or anything. Like it was just something I took from the conversation and put it in there.
Hell yeah, man. I feel like most of your musics are just like shots of your life in that little town, you know?
Yeah, that's basically what I do, man. Yeah, that's just what I do. That's the style of hip hop I like. I like storytelling shit. I like shit you can visualize. I use it as a personal escape, man, and I want to be remembered for my story. There's a lot of people that are incredible writers and can fabricate any story, and you see that in a lot of genres. But I don't know. With me, I just rather tell my own, and whoever's there to listen can listen. If not, it's all good, man.
Were you rapping before the age of 14?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I know one of your like big breakout joints was the song that Jay Brew produced for you, but I want to take you a little before that and talk about Halle Famous and some of the people you met through there, and specifically B Ravenous.
Yep. Yeah. B Ravenous. How did I meet B Ravenous? I'm pretty sure that he was the tennis instructor.
Yes.
I could be wrong.
100% right.
I think he was the tennis instructor at Northcliffe. That's like in Clayton Park, the neighborhood beside Fairview. So I forget what night. It used to be like a night they would have, like whatever, just say it was like Tuesday, and it would be like you pay like $5 and you could go in the big like indoor dome and just play tennis. And I think that was how I met him, man, to be honest. I think he was like one of the supervisors or like the instructors. So a bunch of us went up to play tennis one night, and however the story happened, we must have just got into talking about how we like to rap or something. And I'm pretty sure he overheard, and then he said that he had a friend with a bunch of studio equipment. And the funny thing was his friend, Sean Wan, ended up being the son of one of my teachers, like a home ec teacher, Miss Weber. So I was like, oh shit, that's Miss Weber's son. So I think that might have been that might have been the second time I was ever in like a, you know, a real studio. Before that, it was all karaoke machines. I think the first time I was ever in a real studio was this one in the North End. I forget what it's called, Deep Nine or something. And I recorded the song that was over the Juicy instrumental. I don't know if you would have heard that. That shit is way, way, way back. But yeah, B-Rav's good dude, man. Sorry to ramble on, but yeah, B-Rav's a good dude.
Man, you can ramble on all day. You did Rap Day with him and Can't Lose Focus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Can't Lose Focus. Yeah, that's wild because Can't Lose Focus was a song I originally had with my boy Kelly Sear, who I used to rap with. So Shifty or Big Beats, his name changed, flip-flopped around. And that was from the first session we did at the North End spot I was telling you about. So then when we went there, we redid the song because we put it on like an original beat. I think the first one was just like on some beat we got off the internet. And the second time, I think B-Rav's boy, Sean Wan, I think he customized like our own beat. So we're like, fuck it, let's redo it to this beat. But yeah, that's way back, man. That's got to be like, shit, 14. Yeah, that's almost 20 years ago, man.
I found that on B-Rav's Bandcamp. He put them out a couple years ago.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah,
Shit,
man.
I'll have to go hear them. I think I produced Rap Day, to be honest with you.
No doubt, man.
I think so.
He told me that your mom brought you to the studio, and you know that was just the song about Rap Day. You would go to the studio. It's Rap Day.
Yeah, man. I think I took another. Fuck, that's crazy. Is the hook like you can love or hate the life I'm living? Yep. It's Rap Day. Yeah. So I took that hook over the song back to the North End studio. I had the first ever one. That was the hook that I had on the Biggie beat, the Juicy beat. So now that I think about it, fuck, I was mixing and matching, recycling all kinds of shit back then. I was just taking my best pieces, I guess, that I had and fitting them in. Or maybe I didn't have enough rhymes at the time. I don't know. But I was taking like pieces now that I realize it and just mixing and matching on different songs, I guess.
You were going crazy on those songs, man, even at the age you were, like 14, I think.
Yeah, no? I believe so. 14, yeah. I would have started on the karaoke machine and shit like that probably around 11, 12. And then I think, 14 was like when I first started really getting in studios and stuff. I think. Yeah.
And then a couple years later, IV was sneaking you in clubs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to have to get actually IV just straight up snuck me in, I think the first time. And then we realized after that, because like it was just a headache. Like I couldn't go to the bathroom or anything like that. I was pissing in cups like behind the speakers and shit like that. And I think that we realized that, like I can't be doing this anymore. So we realized the proper way to go about it. And it was you had to get this form from the liquor board signed by your parents, and then someone had to be your legal guardian for the evening, and then you had to wait in the non-licensed area of the bar, which would have been the kitchen at the time, and then you were only to go out during your performance and leave immediately after your performance. So I did that for like, a good four years solid at every event. And shit, I did a lot of events, man. Got to see a lot of shit ahead of my time, hanging around older shit, man. Crazy.
Did that make you hella popular at school?
Shit, I don't know, man. Looking back, I maybe. But I remember when I first started rapping at school, a lot of people. It wasn't like an instant, like this kid is dope. Like I remember there was like some backlash at first, or like this kid can't be serious or whatever. But I think that when I would freestyle, when they saw it in person, then it was like, okay, that was, I think, when everything changed. Like I used to battle people in the streets or at parties and just like straight off the top, like, and just like destroy people. So I guess that when people got to see it in real life, they I guess respected it a little more than just if they're hearing about it, like, oh, this kid thinks he's rapping, he thinks he's going to studios or whatever it was. But
yeah, At what age did you decide to put out the Myth?
The Myth, I believe I was maybe 20 years old.
Okay,
20
okay.
years old. Yeah.
So you
I think
grinded it out until you got to the point where you were like, okay, I'm gonna do my first album.
yeah, well, the first thing I did was the Facts 4. So
Okay.
we had that group. It was me, Spesh K, Market, and Boyo. We did that group project. I was probably 16, 17 during that little 2-year run. And then probably when I turned around, 18, 19, I was starting to work on the Myth. And I did like a mixtape, I believe, before the Myth tape. I don't even know if that would be even findable now.
Yeah, I couldn't find that.
Yeah, I don't even think that's findable. So I did that, and then I really took a long time to do the Myth. That's why it's actually called the Myth. I think it was going to be called Natural Disaster at first, because I had this song produced by Classified. It was called Natural Disaster, and it was a banger. I was going to name the album after that, and then that shit started getting old. I started getting better super quickly. So like the song would have been like 2 years old, and I'm like on a whole other level now. So I'm just like, man. And then people just started saying like, this album's never gonna come out, because I kept announcing it before. I didn't realize, like, don't announce shit until it's set in stone. Like back then, you would just announce shit like this is coming. So I started announcing it so many times that people were just like, I don't think this shit is ever coming. This shit is a myth. So I just took that and I was like, fuck it, and named it the Myth. Just, kind of flipped it around. But yeah, I feel like my whole life was put into that album. Like that was everything, in my life up to that point. So definitely holds a special place.
Yeah, man. I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but you said on the cut that you thought you were going to get famous off the Book of Matthew. And I believe you, because that's such a great album. I thought you were famous at the time.
Yeah, I thought I was. I really did. I thought I was. I remember friends around me and shit hearing it and being like, man, this shit is the one. Like, especially for that time, like I think it was 2011. Bro, I thought it was out of here, man. Like for sure. And I believe we might have did a free I can't remember. We might have did a free download on that. It got a stupid amount of downloads. Like it really
you did. On 4Play Radio. I believe.
it got like a stupid amount of downloads. So I think people were hearing it and shit. But yeah, I don't know what I thought. I don't know what I thought at the time. I thought I was like, gonna be rich and shit after that. But yeah, I didn't realize how long of a road it is.
Yeah, no, understandably, but to us, like the kids looking at you coming up, like you were that guy.
I guess so. Like, I guess you don't, I don't know. I still notice this to this day, is like, I guess no matter what level you get to, you're always trying to get to the next one. So it's like, you don't really stop and think about what you might mean to certain people or someone, like, so I guess sometimes it's good to stop and measure how far you came, instead of always just looking like, all right, I got to do the next thing, because at that point, I don't know if they'll ever be kind of satisfied. Not only satisfied, like to be like stagnant, but I just mean able to enjoy, what you've done. But yeah, I'm starting to try to learn that a little bit, man, and appreciate, how far I've came.
I want you to know that you have classic material. Like
I appreciate it, man. I really, really do. It's something that I've always believed. Like, I've always believed in myself. I always thought, like, sometimes like, God damn, like, I don't understand how this shit is not bigger. But like you said, it is important to a lot of people. And so I'm learning to be grateful for that. And I think that's a good lesson. And I think that, I don't know, if you just stay on the path, everyone has their chance if you go long enough, I believe. So I think that it's a strength in the end too, because if ever one day that something does, like, if one thing, or just say a song or something unexpectedly goes off, then it's like, all right, I have like 7 albums I'm super proud of that.
Right.
When someone discovers that first song or me for the first time, they can go back and be like, damn, this guy has all kinds of shit. Like,
Yeah.
they can go back and go into that, and it's not just going to be that one hit or whatever the fuck that, you know, if you were just an artist with your first single or whatever, right?
Absolutely. Man, like, are you starting to feel even close to that way now that you have the Myth X out?
Close to which way?
To just like feeling like you're there, like to the place you want to be, or just like able to smell the roses more yourself?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yes and no. Cause I don't know. I think I'm too competitive at times. Like, I really, really am a competitive guy. And man, like, I don't know if you saw that new freestyle, but like that shit is not that shit is not smelling the roses. That's fucking
No.
still mad. I'm still like, I don't know if it's called mad, but it's just like, I'm still competing, man, and I don't know if I can ever shut that off. I try to enjoy things. Like, I try to enjoy the album, you know, for a few months. It's been out for like 3 months. I've been enjoying summer a bit, going out to places, playing a little golf, but then it's like, ever since, you know, I can't go too long and not get that hunger, or I'll see something and it sparks it back up, or whatever. And I don't know, man. I think I'm just a competitor, which I don't know, is a good and a bad thing, I guess.
You said on the cut that you're dealing well with the ebbs and flows of how you feel about your career.
Mm-hmm. When was that? That was like,
yeah,
it's crazy because there's so many. I'll go through the same cycle, like, just over and over, and then and I'll tell myself, all right, I'm never gonna let myself do this again because it's mentally torture. But it'll be like, okay, when I was on the cut, it'll be like, I'm in such a beautiful place, like, I'm never gonna let that shit fuck me up again. Then you might have seen me like 2 months after that, I might have made this new freestyle that I just did, like, and then it's been like, oh, fuck everybody, and I'll go back, I'll be like, damn, I can't be thinking like this. All right, I'm never gonna think like that again. Then something else will piss me off. So I try to do it, but I think that we're human and we have emotions, and they're not always gonna be level-headed, and you know, I'm like everyone else, man. So I think that at the end of the day, it's like, I might feel away one week and I might feel away another week. I try to learn from mistakes and stuff that's happened in the past. But I mean, sometimes shit is just gonna, emotions are gonna manifest in their own ways or whatever, man. So
absolutely. You know? And don't stop putting out your emotions, man. That's what fuels who you are, man. That's what makes you. Straight
up. I think that, you know, I think that if it's all happy and fun and shit like that, if life is too smooth, then I don't think it makes for great artistry. Like, you know, I think that a lot of great artistry or classic timeless material is in the history of music is spawned from like heartbreak or like adversity or tough times or shit like that. So I mean, I think it makes the best art. So, you know, I learned to just try to be honest with myself and express those emotions and take it as they come, you know? So yeah, not to quote the new freestyle again, but it's like, I even said it there. It's like, I said, who's who, you never know who you could get. I might remix Bieber and sing about peaches. Then the next week I'm coming for your throat and your neck. Like, that's really how I feel. Like, it might be all fun and games one week, and then it might be, I might be disgruntled employee the next week. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the duality though. Like, you just always are you no matter what. Like, the duality of you is just so on point. All right, we have to talk about some behind the scenes stuff. You went to the Juno Masters.
The master class.
Class.
Yes,
and
sir.
What did that teach you about the machine that's going on behind the scenes of music?
I don't don't know if it necessarily.
Because you got to peer
Okay,
behind the wall kind of thing. Like,
yeah, I guess we're gonna have to define machine, because I think you're gonna mean like major label, like type of push.
No, just meeting the YouTube guys and meeting the Instagram guys and meeting the Apple people. And I think that leads into a bit of your freestyle too, because I feel like you met the Apple people and you're not happy with how it came out in the end.
Yeah. I guess, man, I gotta say, there's nothing bad I could say about that experience. Like, it was fucking incredible. Like, I was super surprised to win. I was like cooking pizza one day and then got a FaceTime from all the people like Cardinal and Lights, and they were all sitting there, and I was psyched. So I'll just break it down. Like, you go up there, man, they pretty much put you up. They run you through like an entire course on the music business. Like, you meet with booking agents, like how do I book shows? How do I, you meet with interview people that like, how am I media trained? What not to do? Like, they showed us the Mike Tyson interview on CP24 on like what not to do if the interviewer is like prying and asking questions that make you uncomfortable or trying to get you to say this. They teach you how to steer the interview. They bring you a stage coach. They teach you on how to work a crowd, how to exercises you're going through. They bring in a social media person. They teach you on what to do for your posts. They teach you on all kinds of shit. So basically, it's just like the whole fucking knowledge you would ever need from the music business, like they give you. And at the end, they give you like a big songwriter. That was actually one of the doper ones too. Like they give you a songwriter and break down like how to really write a song, and like they critique some of your songs and shit like that. So I think, yeah, man, that shit taught me so much. And at the end, they give you like a folder. I think it's still in my email, man. They give you like a folder of all the basically like notes of all the shit you learned. I should actually talk to them. Maybe there's a way I can you just gave me an idea. Maybe there's a way I can like do something that shares that with like younger artists or something. Anyway, I'm gonna make a mental note of that. But yeah, so yeah, we did get to go to Facebook. We went to Facebook, Instagram, Apple, Spotify. Maybe it was just Spotify at the time. But yeah, you get to build these relationships, and I don't know if it's just if the line you're referring to, I don't know if I was just expecting more, because it's like, I'm not speaking about anyone in particular, but it's like you meet certain people in the business, and then you keep in touch with them and you say, listen, I got this new thing coming, and they tell you like what you want to hear, like, oh, we got you, like, sounds great. Like, when it comes, you got our full support. And then
playlist
like
placements.
Yeah, you got our full support and emails of that nature. And then when it happens, it's like nothing to be found. And I'm not just, that just happened with this one thing. I don't want to sit here and throw every Apple employee under the bus. Like, who knows? Maybe it got lost in the shuffle or whatever it was. But I just felt like it's like, man, fuck. I was kind of mad at the time. But I mean, it's happened to me before with different situations, countless times in the music business, over and over. So it's not just one person or anything like that. I just think it's kind of like a shady game. There's really no friends. Like, there's no actual friends. Like, you can't hold these industry people with the standard you will hold friends you grew up with. Even though that sometimes they'll act like that, you'll go out for drinks and you'll feel like you've known this person your whole life and you've bonded over music and everything is fucking amazing and you feel like you're a friend. Like, at the end of the day, everyone has a boss and not everyone can do what they say they can, or not everyone is gonna do what they say they can. And I think that's a hard lesson that I've learned over and over again. And at the end of the day, man, it's at the end of the day, it's a business, and that's what we got to remember. And you can't really let emotions get tied up in the business. But so that's why I just saved that for the songs. Like, instead of writing an angry email or whatever, or, you know, trying to take it out on the person on social media. It's like, this is the only escape I know how to express my feelings is within the music. So that's what I do. And I don't really like to go into it too much beyond that. And like,
I understand.
That's pretty, you know what I mean? Just the music, that's my feelings at the time. But I'm not going to sit here and bash anyone or anything like that. But it's just how I was feeling, basically.
Yeah, man. I feel like you are dealing with some deeper concerns than most people would be aware of when they're trying to put out music. Like I feel like there's a deeper like situation behind all of this.
Well, I think it's
Especially
just I just let me speak onto that before you finish. I think it's just because like I actually know I was actually I've been around for years, one. Two, I
mm,
actually know how the music work, the business works. I know all about the business, publishing, sync licensing, booking, everything, royalties, manage, master ownership, playlist, everything, right? So it's
yep.
like I actually know each step that needs to be in place for something to really go. And I think when you have that knowledge, it just brings more worries than say the artist that was just starting out from here. You know, when I was just starting, I was like, oh, I don't really know the steps to take, and it's just like some people are just putting their shit out and being like, fuck it, whatever happens, happens. And you can
Right.
do that at a younger age. But I think as you get older, it's like, you know, you start wanting things to move quicker. But sorry to cut you off. You can finish
No,
there, man.
hey man, no, I feel like you're working against some deeper struggles, especially when we get into the Ghettosocks situation and the whole Much Music thing. You really did put on for them, and you know all that their legacy was in the Myth X.
Mm-hmm.
So like, with that, did that really hurt you? Like, to know like, hey, the Ghettosocks is probably someone you looked up to as a youngin, you know?
I mean, yeah, he was on TV, and I always watch Much Music. I fuck with Much Music.
Yeah.
This is what I'll tell you the thing that bothered me, and it's like again, I'm not gonna fucking sit online and argue with a puppet. So I put it in this song, and it's like this is the story behind the song, basically how I felt, like just from my angle. So obviously there was no real talk. Like when's the last time you heard anyone talk about Much Music? Like never in years, ever. So
Right.
I did the whole idea for the rollout. I shared the idea with several people, um, you know, get wanting them to be involved. Rick the Temp did me a favor. He was involved. I shared the same thing with Ed the Sock, Master T, few others. Ed the
Wow.
Sock, we wanted him to come and do like an interview or whatever. Cool.
Hmm.
We messaged him a few times, and I had a connection because he has a relationship with my camera guy. So he kind of got us in there, and whatever. I messaged him a couple of times, like, yo, we really want you to do this, blah, 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 blah. He was ducking or whatever, wasn't
Hmm.
interested. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. No worries. Like, not everyone's gonna do everything that you ask them to do. Like, that's the business. So no problem. Cool. And like, let's see, about like maybe a month ago, after the album's out, after the whole rollout's done, I see he has a station. He's like, I'm resurrecting Much Music. It's called New Music Nation. It's my whole channel, blah, blah, blah. Cool. I'm not like, I don't own fucking Much Music or whatever. I'm just
Right.
like, cool. I was like, I thought he probably maybe got inspired by us asking him or telling him the whole shit. Whether he
Hmm.
did or he didn't, cool, not a problem. He writes me like a week ago, like before I wrote this, and he goes, yo, Quake, man, so sorry I dropped the ball on doing the interview or whatever. He's like, let's do it now. By the way, who does your animation? So
Mm.
I don't give it to him off the bat, and I go, yo, our rollout's over. Like you kind of missed it. Like it doesn't really make sense for us to do it now. But I was like, you should put me on your thing because I'm just seeing like where he's at. If he just wants
Yeah.
something from me, he's like, yeah, cool. I'll put you on my shit. But who's your animator? I said, oh, just a friend of mine. He goes, what's his name and contact? I was like, all right, cool. Let me give it to him and see what he does. Because I
Hmm.
know that my boy is going to tell me.
Yeah.
Motion Kitchen did the animation. So
Okay.
basically, he just tells me, he's like, yeah, he's trying to email and fucking get all of our intros and shit that we built and when you see like the graphics in the content of like whatever the show would be that we
Mm.
did, he was trying to basically buy all the intros and the graphics and the shit the aesthetic we fucking built and swap my logos and writing out and put his shit in there for his shit. And then I was basically just like, man, I don't know if this guy, I don't know if what he thought, but we put in so much heart and sweat and tears into like developing that. Like, bro, we had like 70 pieces of content. Like, we were killing ourselves filming every day for that. It's like, or going back and forth on animation ideas, whatever. It's just like I don't know what you thought it was, or if you thought it wasn't offensive to just be like, yo, I just want to take all that shit and you put my shit there. And then it's just like, I don't know. So basically we were supposed to get on a call for me to get on his thing. It never happened. So I'm assuming he just wanted to fucking, the animation connect. Anyway, that was basically it. Like, I don't even know I don't know who the man is behind that puppet or whatever the fuck. But that's just kind of how I felt. It's like, you weren't interested at first. Then you hit us up like 2 months later and say you are interested. But who was the guy who did our whole animation and aesthetic? And then you try to go around me and ask him to buy all of our shit and replace my logos with yours. Like, I just thought that was crazy. But that's the type of shit. That's the type of shit you get in this world. You know what I mean? So what can you do?
Hell yeah. I just love that you spoke about it in the way that you did. You were speaking quite eloquently for someone who was pissed, you know?
I mean, at the end of the day, man, what am I going to do? I get the aggression note in the music. Like, am I going to, I don't know. I can't let a fuck, I'm not going to sit here and think about a sock puppet for the rest of my life. Be like, oh, fuck him. I kind of get it out in the music and move on. Like, it's literally my way of venting, or my way of like escaping or letting some steam off my chest. And that's what it is. I let the steam off my chest. Some people do it in the therapy sessions. Some people do it in different ways. They play sports or boxing. This is my shit. I let my aggression off there. And then it's like, I try not to carry it beyond that point. Like, once it's out, it's out. Like, you know, me being mad is only gonna, me staying mad is only gonna affect me. So the quicker I can get it out with this song, the quicker I can move on and you know, chase my next move and be happy or whatever. So it's all good.
Word. Your honesty is so like steadfast. Have you ever gotten in trouble in your personal life for lyrics?
There's definitely been times where ex-girlfriends and shit have been mad. But like not overly, really. Like, I'm trying to rack my brain right now, and I can probably think of like, you know, a few times where people that I'm not really that close with or whatever. But I mean, at the end of the day, I never really word it in such a way that I'm really ever attacking anyone. Like, I'm never wording it in such a way where it's pretty much just like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, go fuck it. Like, I'm wording it in a way usually where it's like, the thing you did made me feel this way, and now I'm expressing my feelings. Like, even if you listen to a song like Old Wives' Tale, at the end, it's like basically I'm just telling the girl, like, I understand how you think. And I'm telling the dude, like, you know, I don't even,
it's all love, but
love is love.
Because
I'll never look at you the same. Like, so I'm not really, I don't think I'm like maliciously attacking someone. So I don't think people can be that mad because I'm not intentionally trying to like hurt anyone. Like, I'm just telling you what you did that made me feel this way. So, I mean, I think people can respect that. So I think maybe that's why there hasn't been a whole lot of like backlash, but yeah, there hasn't been too much because I think I put it in such a honest way. And I just think that you got to respect it, like, no matter what side you're on, you know?
Absolutely. I know that honesty comes with a price, but you're right. You phrase it in such a way where it's just like, it's like, these are my feelings. You can't really get mad at them.
Yeah, I do. And I'm not really attacking anyone. Like, I'm just saying what happened, really. Like,
100%. 100%. Can we talk about the can we talk about the Twitch stuff? What's going on?
Yeah. Man, I'm fucking yeah, we can talk about it. But I'm kind of running late with that shit, man. It's stressing me out right now. I haven't done the first one yet, and the first month has already gone by, but we're gonna get into it.
Hell yeah, man. What do you think? What do you envision it being like? What do you think the people are gonna get from it?
Man, that's the thing. So we had like at first, like this past month, I was trying to get this show together, like, and I think because I'd never been on Twitch before, so the past month I'm trying to get this big elaborate production together. I'm trying to do because I don't know if you know or not, I mixed like most of my album, which I never have done before. So I was gonna do this show, this live show for like just whoever wants to watch, and it was gonna be called like Fix My Mix was the idea. And
Wow.
it was gonna be like, I'll pull up the sessions for every song on my new album, and then I'll have like a different professional engineer on each show. And then I'm gonna pull up the session and be like, all right, I had no budget. I mixed my album on my own. This is what I did. Like, what would you have done? And then you can like share the screen, and he would have gave pointers. And it would basically be like a show to like teach artists how to mix or just teach them little different things. And that's what I envisioned at first for one of the shows. Then we were having some technical difficulties with the mic. I was assigned a technical difficulty guy. He didn't know what was wrong. And then and then I just started thinking, I think we're planning this shit out too much. So now I think what I'm gonna do, like starting next month, is like, fuck it. I'm gonna just put it on while I'm in the studio making music, talk to people, and just get a start. Because like the way the deal works is like they're paying per hour streamed, and you only have 6 months. So we already let 1 month go by, like trying to make everything perfect and plan this shit out and whatever. So I think I'm just gonna start by learning how I do everything else. Dive in head first, make some mistakes, find out what works, find out what doesn't, and go from there. Yeah, absolutely. But that was the Twitch. That was the Twitch plan. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Man, thank you so much for taking the time out to kick it with me, bro.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Anytime, bro.
It means a lot coming up, listening to your music, and just having a lot of friends who were inspired by you. It means a lot. Thank you.
No doubt, man. Hey, all love, man. All love. Glad to be here.
Hell yeah. Man, you went crazy on the hip hop karaoke during the COVID.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is that what got the whole Twitch thing situated for you?
No. The Twitch thing was through I released my music through a company called United Masters. I don't know if you've heard of them. Steve Stout. Steve Stout owns it. Music mogul and shit. And I just my manager got a position there, and I just started learning about it. And they do really cool partnerships for their artists. And man, they've gotten a couple cool opportunities. So that being one of them. Instagram Reels program was another one. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I've been posting a lot of Reels lately. That was something too. And man, a couple other cool ones like the X Games and ESPN was playing some music. A bunch of cool shit. So I would suggest anyone to check out United Masters. It's an app you can go right on your phone. You can upload the music. You can pitch it for opportunities. You could apply for, opportunities as I mentioned, and it's artist friendly, man. So I'm super happy with it. But yeah, they got me that one.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Steve Stout.
Yes, sir.
Doing it big for the East.
Yes, sir. He definitely doesn't know who I
am. You will someday, bro, promise. Man, I listened to the song Small Talk. Yeah. And I just I listened, and you said that the labels or the industry makes you have to compete with class, or make you feel like you have to compete with class.
No, I wouldn't say the label. I wouldn't say the labels. I would just say people, the average person, wherever you go, whether it's you're at a party and someone's drunk and they say, some shit. Like I would just always hear it like, oh, it would work. It would be from both sides. So it would be like one side would be like, you know, why can't you do a song like Good News? Like that'll blow up on the radio. Like you see, this is what you should do. Or from the other side would be like, oh man, you're way better than Class. Like I don't know how you're not. So it'd be from both sides. Like, but it would just be that's the only comparison, like all the time. And it's wild because it's like I guess like we're both from Nova Scotia, both doing rap music. But if you really listen to our music, I feel like it's pretty different now. Like I feel like there's some values that we both stand on, and you can tell that I've been inspired in ways by him, which is like the honesty and shit like that. But I think that as I've grown and as he's grown, I think there's two clearly different artists there. But you know, the average listener or the drunk person at the party is not always going to look that deep into it. And they're going to say you rap and he raps and you should do this or he should do this. And it's just going to always happen, I think. But it's all good.
The contrast was so serious on that song, though. Like way different points of view. He's from a place where he's comfortable, he's made it, he's smelling all the roses. And you're just like, you know, you can't smell the roses yet, and you haven't got to the level. And it's just like, man, I was so confused how he could look at you and say, like, calm down, you're where you need to be. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean, at the end of the day too, we got to remember it is a song, and we're both writing this song. So it's like at the end of the day, like I'm going off how I feel, and so is he. But at the end of the day, there is a little bit of like, all right, like I might say, I don't know how to put this, like phrase this properly, because I don't want to say it's not real, but there is times where it's like, all right, I'm gonna say I feel like this because I do, but then maybe you could tell me this. Yeah, we wrote it like a song, like you know what I mean? Like it's not like basically we didn't just get in there and like have a conversation and he says like, yo, blah blah blah. Then I say like it took like 5 sessions to write this song and like have it. Both of our points of view were super calculated and shit like that. So you know, so there was definitely comments like on the song where people would be like, "Oh, Quake is just too hard-headed to listen," or "Yo, you shouldn't have told him that." And it's just like, you know, there is a character element in the song. Like it's like it's not. I don't know how to phrase it. Like, you know what I mean?
Not
like,
I'm scripted, not saying, but you all talked about it beforehand.
Yeah, like it's not it's not characters as in fake. Like I really feel this shit, but it's like I'm not as maybe hard-headed as I'm making it seem, and he's maybe not as whatever. You know what I mean? There could be little variant shit, like, you know.
Yeah, I don't think he's that laid back, actually. You know what I mean? I think he still has the hunger too.
Yeah, I think he does too. I think he does too.
Of course, man. Fuck. That's all I got, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and thank you for putting on for Nova Scotia. It meant so much when you said Scotia, I got us on the end of the freestyle, man.
Yes, sir.
It's like you are kicking down the door for people like me, and like I can tell, like that you are fighting some of the bigger battles for us.
Hey man, whoever it's for, maybe I won't be the person in the end, but maybe I'll do something that will change, something that allows the next kid to prosper and really, really make a killing off of this shit. Because right now we really only got, I mean, there's a few, but right now we really only got one that we could say is really, really living comfortably and not financially worried, and that's Class, man. Who's made it.
I saw his house in the video. It looks beautiful.
Hey man, like I just want to see more. I want to see more. So I just want to keep going. And I think that it's you know, people sometimes they don't think it's possible unless they see someone do it. So Class is like a generation before. He's kind of like, you know, I got to see him do it. So hopefully I can do it, and then maybe a younger kid can see me who's closer to my age do it, and maybe it can set off a domino effect, man. And maybe that's my part of the story. Who knows? But till the end, I just keep trying, man. It's all I can do.
Hell yeah, man. Go stream Quake Matthews music on all the platforms. You know what I mean? Fucking the Myth X out now. Fucking hits on hits on there. Cop that shit. Thank you so much, and peace and respect, sir.
Peace, bro. Talk to you later.
We are going to examine a specimen as of yet. Roger that, now I'm on demand. Felt to crumble cats in my hand, castles in the sand.
They're looking at me like they need some guidance. My speech is vibrant, brace for G's to reach the zenith like a seasoned pilot.
Make them holler like mom's calling for dinner. I'ma eat, throw my feet up and just bark. Hey, yo, beat the funky flow is here. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. I got 99 bitches, only one real problem. Don't worry, night sweat. I'm a life, every day's a titan fight to the death. But they ain't shit like the diaper just wet. You seeing twins on stage, or I'm nice with the set songs.
You wanna join the rap gold rush? End up sipping on clone dust. Not us, we from a whole different mode was. I'm with all the banging and the bold stuff.
Come on.
You wanna join the rap gold rush? End up sniffing on clone dust.
Calm down, my selector.